Alright, well, welcome to my top 10 favorite knives. Now, starting at the very bottom of the list at number 10, we have the Fantoni HB01. This is kind of a latecomer to my collection, but after I got it in hand, this thing is absolutely awesome. Now, when it first came in, it's the normal production versions, of course, are just the with just the G10 handles. I, of course, sent this off to Bison Knives to do some pimping, and hats off to him. He's actually a full-time knife maker now, so that's awesome. I have to get on his list someday to get one of his new flippers that he's that I saw on the YouTube here. But anyways, back to the Fantoni. Just an absolutely awesome knife. For I think these are only like 185, I want to say, no, 2 something, but around the 200s, 235, I believe these are. You can't get a better knife, really. I mean, they have like the feel, fit and finish, and just the overall tank feel of an Emerson knife. With the G10, the titanium liners, pretty thick titanium liners either, also, so can't fault that. And a very nice CPMS 30V blade steel, and of course the designer, the Harsey design here, nice straight. Kind of combat style knife, very reminiscent of Terzola knives, but it's just a cool design. I really like it a lot, and I have carried this often, but I have kind of kept it clean, more or less. I didn't really want to mess up the knife too much during my daily uses, but this is awesome knife, and of course deserves my number 10 spot. Okay, coming in at number 9, we have the Makasta Katana. Now, these knives are pretty much sought after by a lot of people, and the fact that you can get a very nice, again, gentleman-looking folder for like around $100, and you can't really beat these, really. Uber smooth action on these, and the quality is there too. I mean, there's like no blade play whatsoever. Lockup is solid. Very smooth for deployment, and I mean, look at this, just absolutely gorgeous. Now, this particular style of Makasta, which again, this is the Katana, it comes in 3 different styles. I believe you get the one that has the kind of teal anodization inside pattern in here. Another one I believe is purple, and of course this one blue and yellow. So and again, these are I think these are still available. I'm not too sure. I haven't really checked the markets anymore, but they're getting harder and harder to come by. As Makasta is putting out newer and newer blades, but definitely one of my all-time favorites, and one of my favorite knives is just go and just pull out of my collection, just start playing around with it if I'm just bored or whatnot. But again, this is the number 9 spot, Makasta Katana. Okay, coming in at number 8, we have one of my all-time favorite EDC carries, and that is the Spyderco Para 2. This knife is just flipping awesome. This is my personal user right here, and you can tell the blade's completely scuffed up, but I have carried this and used it a lot. This is by far one of the most popular knives for me that's just been in my pockets all the time. And I do have a limited edition blue version here. I think there's the bento box exclusive, but this one's never been used. It's just sitting in my collection. This one is my user right here, and again, it's seen so much pocket time in the past that it had to make it up onto my top 10 favorite list. And it's just an awesome user, very lightweight, or relatively lightweight for size, a good size for EDC carrying, and not too threatening looking, and just an awesome knife all around. And of course, totally deserving of the number 8 spot on my list. Okay, coming in at the number 7 spot is another Spyderco. This is the Spyderco Southern Flipper, and this is probably going to be as close as to a Southern that I'm ever going to get in my lifetime. This is a very awesome knife, and very deserving of the number 7 spot. I don't carry this too often, and if I do, it's usually just goes straight in my pocket. I don't even take the pocket clip with me. I love this as a small, lightweight EDC gentleman's folder. The action is so good on this. It flips out every single time. It's very hard to get this knife to fail in terms of deployment. And I even put this above my Para 2. That's how much I like it. But now this one in particular has been sent out for a pimp job by Rival Knives, and he did an excellent job with the Lightning Strike carbon fiber. But even in the stock form with the G10 scales, which has a lot more grip, and I think it might even make a slightly thinner profile. I believe he made a slightly thicker scale on the side. But it is an awesome EDC knife, and very good carry and use. So again, deserving of the number 7 spot on my list. This is the Spyderco Southern. Okay, well, number 6 on my list is a Microtech Macora 2. These knives are flipping badass, but they are getting harder and harder to find these days. I managed to snag 3 of them a few years ago, and I guess the reason why these are my favorite, and actually these are probably my favorite Microtechs in general, is the fact that they are just so slim and trim. They're very nice. They're very classy looking with the carbon fiber inlays, especially this one with the blued out titanium. And they're huge. I mean, look how big these guys are. And they're pretty collectible now. Again, like I said, it's very hard to find one except on the secondary market. I don't even know if Microtech is going to be making more of these, maybe in a few years or so. But again, very awesome knives from Microtech, dual action out the fronts, and I mean, if you find one, snag one if you want one, because again, very hard to find these days. And it's almost like a very, very large, I mean, if you can even consider an out the front knife like a gentleman's carry, it's very, just a classic looking kind of box shaped, square, rectangle shaped out the front, and action is very good on these. So anyways, this is very, very deserving of the number 6 spot on my top 10. Okay, so coming in on number 5, we have the Benchmade 760 LFTI. This is a discontinued model from Benchmade. I believe it is a blue class knife, and you know, Bob Lum has been passed away for some time now, and it's very sad. He is an excellent knife maker and has some very nice designs, and this is his collaboration with Benchmade to come up with this Tanto style knife. Absolutely love this blade style. I mean, if you guys know and follow my channel, you know I really rave about Tanto style knives. There's something about them that I really like a lot. This knife in particular is very awesome because it doesn't just have their plain titanium frame lock. They even managed to work in these milled out holes, but they also, you can see the little bit of shine there on the holes itself. They polished them up, so they'd give a little bit of a kind of what would you call it, contrast to the actual knife itself. My camera kind of cooperate with me here, but very awesome. And they did an excellent job on this knife. Again, these are long discontinued now, so if you guys want one, it's going to be kind of hard to find. It's only going to be on the secondary market. I have thought about selling this knife, but I think I'm not going to. I really like this knife a lot, and this is very deserving of the number 5 spot on my top 10. So coming in the number 4 spot is my Emerson CQC15. This is the full-size Emerson, and if you guys have watched my previous videos, this has been on my list for a long time, and when I finally found one, I had to snatch it up. I didn't even care how much it cost. I just found it, I snatched it up, and I managed to get one that had the older blade design where it didn't have the top, a little bit of a swedge taken out the tip. Actually, in fact, I have a Mini 15 here, which is actually on eBay right now, trying to be sold off. But you can see there's a little swedge at the very top, and the older ones did not. So this is just the grind down here, and that's about it. So, but still, very awesome knives. While I do like the Mini 15, I like the full-size 15 way more. It is a lot more ergonomic. I mean, not to say that the Mini isn't ergonomic. I mean, the Mini fits my hands perfectly, but I just like the larger size, like the larger carry. Not exactly a very friendly, office-friendly EDC knife, but it is very useful. And I love that Emerson Wave feature that can deploy the knife straight from your pocket, you know, once you get good at it. And of course, the thumb disc, just one part for dual ambidextrous opening. So very good fit and finish. And of course, the Emerson toughness that everybody has come to love and know about. Just a tank-like feel from these. And awesome knife. So very deserving of the number 4 spot on my list. The number 3 spot on my list is the Follevin PXL. This is a very cool knife, very phenomenal in fit and finish, and of course it has the 3G steel on there. Excellent fit and finish, as I mentioned. It's just you can't even feel the seams between this bolster and the micarta scales here. It's very, very smooth right here. You feel like it's just one piece right here. Very good ergonomics. It is a slightly smaller knife in terms of all the other ones I've been showcasing here. Very good for EDC, and kind of like a more of a gentleman's feel and look to it. The only thing is it is very, very heavy for such a small knife. It's got like stainless steel liners, got the stainless steel bolsters, but the action is just incredibly smooth on here. Let's see if I can do this here. See that? Extremely smooth, and see the blade just kind of falls under its own weight. The lockup is very, very solid, and there's no blade play on this. I just can't stop raving about the action. The action is uber smooth. So again, this is the number 3 spot, and this is the Fallkniven PXL. Okay, so coming in at number 2 is my Kershaw Volt. Love this knife, not just because that is very rare to find, but for a flipper knife that does not use ball bearings, it is very, very quick to deploy. The flipper works beautifully. I mean, obviously it's an R.J. Martin design, and R.J. Martin knows how to design a flipper knife. Again, no ball bearings, just washers, and this is also the forefront, the grandfather, if you will, of composite blades, the very first one that ever came out that I'm aware of from Kershaw, and that of course spawned the next generation of Kershaws and zero tolerances, you know, like the Kershaw Elite composite, the ZT0350 composite, what else is it, the Junkyard Dog composite, the Rake composite, and then of course ZT's got their whole composite lineup coming up as well, and very awesome knife. And this is one of my favorite knives to pull out if I'm bored to just kind of flip and play with, and also of course the rarity, obviously, of this knife. Very phenomenal knife anyways. So again, the number 2 spot is the Kershaw Volt. Okay, so we're coming down to my number 1 all-time top 10 favorite knife in my collection, and these are of course just production knives, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of mystery, but just to let you know what I consider being my top my number 1. So I consider the price point, the materials used, also the usability and livability of everyday carry, and of course the overall design. So without further delay, my number 1 all-time top 10 favorite knives on top of my list will be the Zero Tolerance 0560. This knife is just an awesome knife, and I'll put it next to its his sibling here, or his brother, which is the Zero Tolerance 0560 CB CF, so carbon fiber composite blade. Essentially the same knife, so this one's a little bit more affordable and more readily available, which is the normal 0560. Now, what makes this knife so special to me and makes it to my top, top 10 here, is the fact that for a fraction of the price, you can get an XM18, more or less an XM18. I wouldn't say it's an exact copy, but the ergos are roughly about the same. I will say the XM is a little bit more comfortable to carry, but think about the price difference. A production XM18 on the market average is going to be about $625 and up. So these are about $235, and on the secondary market these can drop as low as like $210, between $220 and $210, and maybe even lower than that if you can find like a really beat up version of the 0560. But either way, for a fraction of the price, you get a Hinder inspired design, you get the nice flipper, and on top of that you even get a KVT cage bearing system from Zero Tolerance / Kershaw. Makes the knife a lot smoother. I mean, while you can flip the XM18 out, it takes a little bit more work and it's not as smooth, of course, obviously, as ball bearings here. So you also get the nicely contoured and textured G10 / titanium, the Rick Hinder lock bar stabilizer, and again the KVT system, rock solid lockup. You get the LMAX steel, again for a fraction of the price, and a very nice livable EDC carry. It is a little bit large and long for some people, but you know, once you kind of look past that a little bit, I mean, just look how slim and trim this knife is. Again, nicely contoured, nicely textured, and rock solid lockup. You got the flipper, which I know a lot of people like, or you can just have the thumb studs and you can easily just flick the knife out that way if you're not a flipper fan. So there you are. But this is the knife that I go to when I'm just looking for something to carry on, you know, on my days off, or maybe even on my days at work, or even if I just want to look for a knife to just play with. This is the knife for me. So you even got a four-way pocket or four-way reversible pocket clip carry here. So for those little left, right, up, down, wherever you want to do, you got the option for it. So this is, to me, almost the ultimate knife in terms of a production. So there you have it. If you guys have any questions, comments, please leave it below. If anything else, you know, leave me a comment. But I want to thank everybody for joining me on this top 10 countdown of my all-time favorite production knives, and I want to say have a good day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.